Hey guys, today I will be doing another tag. This tag is my audiobook era tag. I mean, just I love audiobooks, and I think I've said this several times, so I feel like I'm always in my audiobook tag um era. I don't really like to call it that, a era, due to my own personal dislikes of that word, but nevertheless, if you know me, you know why. Nevertheless, got this shirt on today, and I will probably upload a picture of the back. Got this from Lila Junko on Instagram. The back has like CDs and it has different tropes under different CDs. I love this shirt. I love this shirt. And it shows how much I love audiobooks, along with the other audiobook t-shirts that I own. All right. So if you are interested in seeing what audiobooks made the list today, come on in. All right. I am going to try again, once again, not to make this too long because they're books and I can go on for days. And there's a lot of names on here. I want to let it be known that I got these questions from Amber Reed's Romance. She did this tag and I took the questions from her video. So want that to be put out there. She's one of the booktubers that I watch on here a lot because her and I, we definitely have the same taste. She does dark, she does mafia, and all the books that I watch her sing, I'm like, yeah, girl, I read that. That was good. Yeah, I read that. So I don't know. I think I need to reach out to her because we have the same taste in books. So getting this started, I believe the first question was, what was, and I'm looking down because again I have them on my phone, what was the first audiobook you ever listened to? And that has to be Voyager. And Voyager is one of the books in the Outlander series, like Outlander, the TV show that's on Stars. Jamie Fraser, if you know, you know. So that is by Diana Cabaldon, and that was the first audiobook I read. So this was around the time when I was getting back into reading, and I think I read 50 Shades of Grey. I think we all did. 50 Shades of Grey. And then one of these, and then I realized this book was so long. These books are so long. So I was like, there's got to be a way I can get through this. Like, I wish someone could just read this to me. And then that sent me on a search to look for, like, is that possible? And that's how I happen upon audiobooks, guys. That was crazy, right? All right. Number two, who are your favorite narrators? Okay. This list is long, so I'm gonna try to just blurt them out there. First one, Sebastian York, because he was the first narrator that I realized I love his voice. Um, Andy Ardent, she's amazing, and she's got a great male character voice. Also, Shani's accent incredible. Elena Wolf, also great male voice. Jason Clark, Savannah Peachwood. And remember, we're just going through favorites, and I understand some of these people have had their moments. Nevertheless, I still like their voice, okay? Let's just keep that in mind. Joe Arden, Audrey O'Bain, which is someone new that I just discovered. I really like her voice. She was in The Nanny is Off Limits by QB Tyler. She did that one. And her male voice and just her voice in general, incredible. She's definitely one of my favorites. And I've literally heard her in that one book so far, but incredible. Teddy Hamilton, Aiden Snow, Eric Nolan. Eric Nolan is he does some acting. Like he was in like I want to say, was it Outlander? Some scenes in Outlander, some scenes from what is the name of that show? Really? I know the name of it. It's the one with the dragons that everybody loved, and I really can't believe that I can't remember the one with Jon Snow. Why can't I remember the name of that show? Okay, that show, and I believe he was also in The Last Kingdom. He plays like some of the men in these shows. But anyways, he's Irish. He's got a great Irish accent. Obviously, he's incredible. Aaron Shedlock, Connor Craze, Corvin King, Alex Kidd, Samantha Brentmore, who also has a great male voice. CJ Bloom and Troy Duran. Okay, that was a lot. Sorry, that was a lot. Told you that was a lot. Number three, what audiobook platform do you use? Unfortunately, I am still using Audible. Audible was the one I discovered years back when I started listening to audiobooks, and I would do a credit. They do have great sales where some audiobooks are $5.99. I have Kindle Unlimited to where sometimes I can get the audiobook with the book for free, or definitely get it at a discounted price. So sometimes I take advantage of that. Sometimes I have bought additional credits when they have sales on those as well. I have recently also started using Spotify. Spotify gives you 15 hours in a month. I've only used it the past 2 months. So far, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it is what it is. I did try to get the e library card because I know a lot of people. I don't know if it's Libby that or Hoopla. It's one of those that you can get like through your library. So I am going to try to get one of those. I don't know if they still do those with everything going on, the library funding and everything, but I am going to try to get one of those. So question number 4: what book did you love on audio that you might not have enjoyed reading physically? That would have to be Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Just because it's fantasy. I'm not a really big fantasy girl, but this book had so much hype and I was curious. So just like the reason why I ended up listening to Fourth Wing. It had a lot, but it was long. It was long. And I can't do long. The reason why I like audiobooks is because for some reason, holding a book physically in my hand, reading words, I'm immediately sleepy. And I don't know why that happens, but I can't do it. And books that are extremely long, there's no way, unless it's an audio, it's not going to happen. So definitely that one. And that one is narrated by Stella Bloom and Anthony Palmini. Um, Question number 5: what's your go-to audiobook speed? I'm just an average girl. I normally just listen to it on regular speed, which is 1. Um, Recently, the past couple months, I recently started changing it from 1 to at least like 1.3, 1.4, 1.45, but I definitely do not go over 1.5. I don't know how people like say they listen to, like, oh, I listen to it on 3. How? Why? Like, why? I feel like I listen to audiobooks obviously because it's the way I choose to, consume books. But also, once I like have my favorite narrators and I like a narrator's voice, I want to hear their voice. The faster the speed, they just start to sound like a robot. And I mean, I have my Alexa Kindle Assistant. If I want to hear like a robotic voice read to me, then I wouldn't mind doing that. I mean, I have her read to me, but I feel like if I pump up the speed any higher than that, Jason Clark's voice is not going to sound like Jason Clark to me. And he's probably the reason why I picked up the book. So I can't go any higher than 1.5. Um, Dual or multi narration? I do enjoy dual. Um, I enjoy dual. I also enjoy like a full cast. Like if a book has a full cast narration, I really like that. So we always have the 2 main MCs, and then like the side characters are voiced by other narrators. I love when a book has that. It gives me a full effect and definitely gives off more of a like I'm watching a movie vibe. So I do love that. Number 7: do you listen while multitasking, or do you sit and listen like it's a movie? Okay. When I'm listening to audiobooks, they are always playing in my head like they are movies. However, I do multitask when I'm listening to them. I'm either cleaning my room, cleaning the house, going back and forth, washing clothes. I listen while I'm driving, especially while I'm grocery shopping. Like if I'm shopping in a store, then I've got my earbuds in, or one earbud in, because you gotta listen out for other stuff. So I have one earbud in while I'm shopping and I'm listening to a book. Sometimes I go over to my mom's house and I'm sitting there and then she's talking to me and I don't hear her, and then she's like, "Do you have a book in your ear right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I do." So everyone who knows me knows to generally ask me that question, because more than 80% of the time I do have an earbud in and I'm listening to a book. Um Number 8: what is your biggest audiobook pet peeve? I would have to say, if a character, say like there's a female narrator and a male narrator. If the male MC has an accent and then the male narrator speaks and he's giving that character that accent, But then when it's the female and she's doing the male part and she doesn't give him an accent, I don't know why, but that irks me so badly. And I'm like, did someone not get the memo that, he's got a little bit of an Irish brogue and if she should, I should be hearing that from her? So that kind of irks me when that happens. I'm not a fan of that. Or if it's like single narration and say it's a male and when he does the females part, his voice is just is not giving. Like if you have a male narrator who does a female's voice and it comes off bratty or really whiny, I'm done. I don't like it. Pet peeve, and it's not necessarily in an audiobook. Let's say for if you're familiar with Audible, how they do the where you can get like a preview. You can get a preview. So if there are narrators that I'm not familiar with, or even if say like I know who the male narrator is, but I don't know who the female narrator is, I haven't heard her. And then you give me a preview, and granted the previews are longer now, they're like 3 minutes or something. But if there's two people narrating this book and you only let me hear the voice of one, and then I buy this book and unfortunately it turns out the other narrator, I could kind of go without. Now I'm upset because like I just wasted my credit on this book and I really don't want to listen to it now. So that's a pet peeve for me. I don't like that. Number 9. If you could have any book made into an audiobook, which one would it be and who would narrate it? Here we go. And this has been my dream for the past, Jesus, 2 years, 3 years. Nevessa Allen, if you're out there, girl, if you see this, I need The Lunatics by Nevessa Allen. And if you guys have seen my videos, you've heard me talk about this book before. It's a werewolf shifter romance. I love this book. It is my favorite. If that could be an audiobook, which I'm fingers crossed because she had another older book that she recently turned into an audiobook. So fingers crossed, I'm hoping. So if that can become an audiobook, I would really love it if it would be either Corvin King or Ryan West for the male lead. Either one of those I'll do. And definitely the female, Audrey O'Bain. Like I said, she is now one of my favorites. She's incredible. And thinking about that book, I think she'd do awesome. So that, gosh, guys, wish that into existence with me, please. Number 10. What's your all-time favorite audiobook experience? I would have to say recently, I had some other ones in it before, but more recent, I would have to say God of Fury. And I'm saying that because it has 2 of my favorites narrating. And books, like I said, books don't make me cry, but something about this audiobook, you feel everything. Every line is felt. Just like, even when it's just like, oh, someone did this. Like, you feel it. And that book, that audiobook, had me in tears, guys. The first time I listened to it had me in tears. And I listened to it over and over and over again. I love it. I'm only gonna give you 2. So another one is My Favorite Holiday. And that one is, God of Fury is narrated by Teddy Hamilton and Shane East. Absolutely incredible. So the other book is My Favorite Holiday, and it's narrated by Samantha Brentmore and Jason Clark. And that book, that audiobook, has, not to mention that it's during Christmas, and I absolutely love Christmas. We know I love Christmas. It's a group of people, they're having fun, there's so many activities going on, and then they bring in a full cast. So like I was saying before, so the main narrators are Samantha Brentmore and Jason Clark, but they also have all my favorites, guys. Andy Arnott, Connor Grace, Teddy Hamilton, Aaron Malone, Ryan West, Andy Eloise is there, Noah B. Perez, Shakira Shute, and Vanessa Edwin. Like, it's a full cast. Like, that audiobook is incredible. If you have not listened to it, holidays coming up, or hey, Christmas in July, listen to it. My favorite holiday. Very good, very good. Number 11. Have you ever listened to an audiobook that made you pause and say, what? Wait, what did I just hear? Yes, yes, I have. So we are going to go with Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver, and it is narrated by Joe Arden and Lucy Rivers. If anyone has listened to that book, or if anyone has read that book, the ice cream scene. Okay, because I was listening to it, I didn't physically have it in my hand, so I didn't like see what was coming up. So I'm just, minding my business, cleaning my bathroom, listening to a book, and that part came up, and I had to stop what I was doing, rewind, turn up volume a little bit. Like, what did he just say? And I was like, please don't say this is going where I think it's going. And that's where it went. And I will never forget that. We will never forget that. And number 12, tag someone. Well, since I don't have any booktuber friends on here yet, anyone who sees this video and you are also a book lover and you've listened to audiobooks, I'm tagging you. Anyone who wants to do this, you are now tagged. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble about audiobooks, because I can go on and on and on forever, but I won't. I won't do that to you. Again, if you are new here and it's the first time you have seen my face, I am Isha and I would love for you to stick around. Please hit that like button and please subscribe and come back for more and see what else we got going on this channel. I'd love to have you stick around. Thanks. See ya.